Hello everyone, and welcome back to my crafting world. My name is Anna. I wanted to show you really quickly, and this is also a tutorial on this Valentine's Day card that I have made, and it is so super easy. I did make this card with the supplies that I got from Beebeecraft, and I used the heart die, the nesting dies. I used the heart die. For this particular card, I used the two larger hearts right there. Okay, I used these two hearts, and then I used the two smallest ones. So we're going to create one together. I'm just going to create a different size, and of course the colors are going to be different. So what I did for this card was, the base is 6 by 6, and like I said, I used the biggest die for that. So I matted this top pattern paper with a black mat at the bottom. I used the smallest hearts here on the bottom and put a little bling piece right there in the center, or at the bottom. And then this card, you just untie it, and it opens up to reveal the two lovebirds. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love how this turned out. And then we just tie it back up. And for this one, I did make an envelope. So I'm gonna show you that one here pretty as soon as I get this tied back up. Okay, there we go. So that is the card that I have created with the craft supplies that I got from Beebeecraft. And again, I will link everything I used in the description box so that you have access to that information. Now here is the envelope. I used a piece of cardstock that's already embossed. So this is my envelope to match my card. And then of course the you know, all of it is embossed, and I just love this pattern. But anyway, guys, I am going to show you how to make this a card exactly like this. So first thing we're going to need is your, of course you can use a pre-made card, card base. But for my particular one, mine is custom to the size of dies that I'm using. So for this card, this one's going to be a little bit smaller. I'm using that one and this one, and again the two smallest hearts. Those are the ones that I'm going to use. And I am using also some more of the red paper, the glitter paper, but I'll show you that in a little bit. So this one is I think it's 4 by 4. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I cut my base at 8 1/2, scored it down the middle to create my card base. Now I'm not going to fold it yet because it's easier for me to work on a flat surface. So for the mat pieces, I have cut a black mat that will go right here. This one is 4 1/8 by 4, just because my card was just a little bit wider. So I added 1/8 of an inch to that. And then I used this beautiful red glitter paper cardstock that I got from Beebeecraft. And that is going to be my next layer. Okay, so for the heart itself, so we've got those. For the heart itself, I cut on black cardstock 7 1/4 by 3 7/8. So that's 7 1/4 inch long and 3 7/8 inch tall. And that is because I measured my heart, and I needed to make sure that my heart, the sides on my heart, this piece of the card stays connected. Therefore, I wanted to make sure that I only measured from the inside of the cut line to the inside of the other cut line. And then I figured out what half of it was. So I will be cutting this half out and this half out. Okay, so the way that I did that was I went ahead and folded my paper, and you'll notice right here that one side is a little bit longer than the other. I want them to be totally even. So before I even those out, I'm going to take my heart and make sure that it fits without those cut lines. I'm sorry. And that's going to be just fine, because that is going to allow my card to stay connected. See? Okay, so I am going to trim off 1/8 of an inch on each of these sides. Okay, guys, I went and I trimmed 1/8 of an inch on each side, and to make sure that my flaps did not overlap and they are straight. Okay, so now what I'm going to do next is I am going to take my heart here, and I am going to place it right in the center. Okay, and I'm going to make sure that my hearts don't cut this part right here. Okay, so I am going to get some washi tape, and I am going to glue these down, or tape these down, so that it doesn't move when I put it in my cutting machine. So I hope you guys can see that. So it'll cut out, you know, half of it will open on either side. But okay, so there's one side, and here is the other. I'm going to make sure that it does not move. Okay, and I'm good with that. So I am going to cut this. Now I ran this through my machine, and it cut beautifully. Beautiful, there we go. So here's my heart. And so I am finished with this die. Let me put it back where it belongs before I lose it. Okay, so here's my heart, and I know it looks a little funky from the sides, but that's okay, because our ribbon is going to go around that heart, and it will be way less noticeable when we put the ribbon on there. Okay, but even so, it looks good this way. Okay, so we have our heart cut out. Here is our card. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is get the next smaller size, which is this one right here, and I had to cut 3 hearts. Okay, so here are the 3 hearts that I cut. This one is going to be left alone. I'm going to put that one right in the center, because I just love this image. The next one I am going to cut in half. Actually, the next 2 I'm going to cut in half, and we are going to put them on either side. Okay, so I have cut those 2 hearts. Let me put that back, and I'm going to cut these 2 hearts right in half. So on my cutter, I make sure I am as even as I can possibly be to cut them in half. Bring that up just a tad. Okay, for me, I think that's the center, and I hope it is, and yes, it is. Now let me cut the next one. And there we go, center. All right, what we are going to do next is we are going to glue all these down. I'm using my art glitter glue for this. I think that's the outside. That's what I want for the outside. Now I'm going to glue one heart this way and the other heart this way. And you want to make sure you don't go over that fold line right there. So so that it'll open and close freely. There is the inside of our card, guys. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I just love those couples. Okay, now we are going to glue this on the outside, but I'm gonna flip these over this way. This one I'm gonna make sure that I get them even, so I'm gonna close it back up. And there is our heart complete, guys, and it opens up to reveal this beautiful couple. You can put a sentiment or write something on the sides, but I am going to leave that as is. I just love that, guys. Look at that. Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to glue this down, and I'm going to use my art glitter glue. I'm not going to use hot glue because I don't want it to be bulky. So I am going to use, I'm just going to mark the center for a little bit, or my hand, and I'm going to put some glue on there and guesstimate the center. I'm gonna wait for that to dry, guys, and then I'll be back. Okay, guys, while that is drying, I am going to go ahead and glue down my mats. There we go. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Hope I can see what I'm doing. There's that mat. I'm going to glue this one onto the card base. That's my card base, guys. Okay. And then I'm going to glue this. I think it's dry enough to handle. I'm going to glue this down. You know what? Let me test that. Let me make sure that this is going to close. Okay, I think that's good. Cut it a little short, but it's still gonna work. There we go. Still gonna work, guys. All right, so I may cut a larger one, guys. No, I think I'll leave it like that. Okay, now I'm going to put glue on the back of the entire heart. And glue this heart down. Make sure I put glue on my ribbon as well, because I don't want it to come up. I want to get really close to the end there. And I am going to put that down. All right, guys, there it is. Now I was going to use the next biggest heart in a contrasting color, of course, so that it stands out, and I may or may not use that big one. Yeah, I'll use both. I am going to use the pink heart. Don't fall. And that completes our card, guys. It was really quick, simple, but it is a beautiful card. I think it turned out amazingly beautiful. And there we go. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And these hearts, these dies, the nesting dies, we can do so much in so many different sizes. I love them. All right, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this quick tutorial, and I will talk to everyone later. Thanks for watching, guys.